Yeah. All right, everybody. Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Honestly with Bronx and Shadowq. Today's special guest is Tank. We have a bunch of topics that we're going to discuss about Smite, about game design, what we like, what we dislike. So let's get started.
Cool.
Bronx,
Hi.
what did you think about the SPL this week?
I thought it was interesting. It was a lot of games didn't come out especially the AFK and Legion one. I was not expecting Legion to even
Oh,
come
yeah.
close to beating them. But
And
I don't know if you can really blame that on Allied not being
I
there.
think that had nothing to do with Allied.
Yeah, I don't either. But they got shit on the first game. I don't even know how that happened. I didn't understand.
Well, if you watch the game, it was because of like the level 1, right? They just won both sides of the map right away, and then the game snowballed. And I think that has a lot to do with like just strategy. I think they just outpicked them and outplayed them at level 1, and then that was game. And to be fair, there's not much that like after the picks and bans were done that AFK could have done to react to that.
Mhm. Mhm.
So,
And then another level 1 thing that lost the game, our game against Seeker.
oh god, I don't even want to talk about our level 1. It was pretty bad.
No, wait. See, the thing is, I think Mace lagged or something, or Mace is just dumb. I don't know
I
what
don't
happened,
know.
but his spirit ball, like the very first spirit ball, if he would have hit that Odin, we would have gotten a free kill on Odin and then bailed.
In all of
But
our
him,
practice, he didn't miss it like that either, right?
I rewatched when I watched the games, he didn't miss. Like it was in line with him, but he detonated it after the
Yeah, it
Odin.
went right through him.
So I think either I think he was lagging. I'm not sure. So I'm blaming that game on the lag.
I think he was lagging a little bit because you know he was on like Wi-Fi because he just moved to a new
Yeah.
dorm. But I mean he should have hit it regardless, right? But
Mhm.
it was my fault that we died. It was Mace's fault that we didn't get a good initiate in the first place, though. Like, does that make sense?
Yeah, you
I
went
I
too
threw the
far
whole
after we
game,
missed.
but Mace didn't let us get a kill. Basically, my mistake was obviously worse.
Oh, Tank is a platypus on the docks. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
that's Google Docs works.
I
What is?
wasn't
What the hell's a quagga?
that's Shadowq.
Yeah, no. What is a quagga?
It's just what they do. It's just
So what's a quagga? I'm looking this
I don't.
up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Smite Talk Show.
Wait, I gotta see what a quagga is. It's a freaking half zebra, half horse.
What the fuck?
Look it up, Shadow. It's got a zebra
I don't
head
think
and a
I
horse
don't think I
body.
need to. I don't think I need
No,
to.
you need to see this. You
Yo,
can't.
I can
Quagga.
see it.
We
It's
can't
cool.
continue. We can't continue this talk show without seeing what a
I
quagga
see it.
is.
Do you need me to show it on stream?
I think you do. I think it needs to be shown.
It's approximately 4.1 feet tall.
I think over your
Almost as short as Shing.
I showed it on
over your webcam.
over your
I think-
webcam.
No,
Is
over
where I
your
showed it.
since you're a quagga on this, so you should put it over your webcam.
So next topic. Let's keep talking about SPL. Let's keep talking about SPL.
Okay, okay. Okay.
What other matches were you surprised about like any upsets or anything like that?
I only watch the AFK and our games, so
Nice.
I don't watch
Nice.
the EU games. I find them extremely boring.
There was an upset. Dig, I believe, beat who did they play this week? They beat whoever they played. It was a decently big Night's Watch, I think. Pretty big
Isn't-
upset that they even took a game off Dig, I believe.
Oh, Night's Watch took a game off Dig. Well, that's like
Yeah.
Legion and
Right, yeah, basically same thing.
well, Dig's like what's Dig ranked?
I'm not sure, like fourth or fifth or something, like third, fourth or fifth.
Okay, kind of like same situation. Challenger
Right.
Cup team gets a win for some reason. I still don't get. Even if they like lost early game, like AFK, still I don't know how they didn't come back.
Well,
I know
Legion played it really
why
well.
I know why they played it really well, which I was.
You're surprised that Legion did
surprising.
well, basically.
No, I'm not surprised that Legion. I'm surprised they
VM
did so well
confirmed
against AFK.
to the
I love
Reddit.
VM. Shut up. And also Weekend the God.
Yeah, also.
Okay, any more SPL stuff? Or you want to move on?
No, I think
Tank-
it's good. Tank, did you have
Tank,
anything
do you have
to add?
anything to say?
Oh no, I didn't watch any of the games.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
good, good.
Then maybe you could
we,
lead us on the next topic.
we both came prepared.
The next topic is basically about the meta. There have been a lot of complaints or notes or just obvious shifts in Smite metagame right now. ADCs and Guardians, specifically like Hunters, are just doing everything everywhere. So a lot stuff like this has happened before, with a lot of picks, but like Warriors and stuff like that, how they became powerful and they kind of fell off even before the nerfs. So, do you think everybody playing ADCs everywhere is an actual meta shift that's going to stick, Do you think it's something that's
Um.
countering the current meta, or do you think it's just like actually OP and should be nerfed?
I think it's
So
actually OP.
so yes, they are OP. Many people are wondering how they can nerf them, and I think they can change their attack speed throughout the game. Like it'll just start changing speeds, and
What?
What do you mean?
What?
it would make it much harder for ADCs to hit their autos.
I don't think
So,
that's.
so you're talking like at level 1 it's normal, but then 10 minutes in their attack speed gets doubled, then 20
No,
minutes in
no,
their
no,
attack speed gets halved,
no, no,
and
no.
it's just
Yeah, yeah,
completely
yeah.
random.
That is the
Yeah,
most
like
retarded
it
idea I've
isn't their
ever heard in my
attack.
entire
It isn't
life.
the attack speed. It's the movement speed of the auto attack.
So you're
So
saying the
the
later the game goes, the slower the projectiles should travel.
yes.
Why?
I don't think that would be a very good change, Tank.
Let's just make the game Hearthstone and make it all random.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I agree. I agree with that.
God damn it, Tank.
So that's my suggestion.
Well, really good
So
suggestion.
you are
Really
the ADC
helpful.
here, Bronx. What are your thoughts?
ADCs are OP, and they shouldn't be able to be played everywhere. They should only be able to be played in the duo. I mean, it's freaking dumb that you can play an ADC in mid and solo. I
Do
think
you
it's
think it would be
stupid.
okay if you could play an ADC in mid, but then you'd like have to have something like a mage in solo, basically,
I guess. I just don't.
or I mean, in a duo?
I don't like that mages are so bad. Like if they hunters are only like viable in other roles because all the other roles suck so much. Like if they just buffed mages, then they would fix the problem of playing anything in mid that isn't a mage.
I think
They really need to buff mages somehow because mages are just awful right now.
I can
They're
agree
so
with that.
useless.
Mages are probably considered the weakest role right now by a lot of people. I agree with that completely. But I also think hunters right now are just too strong overall, so they should just kind of nerf hunters in general. They do too much damage too fast, and there's not really a downside. The only reason you didn't like don't always pick hunters is because you need two types of damage just for like easy mitigation, right? Otherwise, you just see two hunters so much more, even more than now. So I
Mm-hmm.
think mages could use a buff for sure, but they also need to nerf hunters.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay.
So on the topic that I was talking about at first though, do you think this is something that's gonna stick around for a while until changes happen?
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna like hunters are gonna be played as much as they possibly can until they get changed, like in mid or
Yeah.
solo. So yeah, they need to nerf hunters. I don't know what they're waiting for.
Okay, I agree with that.
All right,
Tank, any other thoughts other than
Oh god,
the
why are we asking Tank?
projectile
He's just gonna
speed?
say a
Yeah, they
retarded
need to
thing.
nerf hunters.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
good thoughts. Good thoughts.
Really helpful and contributing a lot, Tank. Okay. So
Shing's
You want to
golden
introduce
skin.
yeah, the next topic. Do you want to introduce that one,
Yeah, yeah.
Tank?
So Shing's golden skin.
Uh-huh.
So Shing used a golden skin and it crashed the Smite spectator client.
Wait, did it actually crash it?
Well, I think that's why they can't use skins is because it can crash it.
or
That's
because they're
actually
just so
hilarious.
ugly. Is that the
Yeah.
actual reason? Do you
That
do you
that
know,
is the
Shadow?
actual reason.
Oh, I thought it was because they look like ass cheeks.
No, they posted it on Reddit and they said they had to they can't use skins in like spectator mode because there's a possibility it can crash the client.
Huh. And I believe this is the fourth time Shing has used a golden skin. Am I wrong there? I'm pretty sure he uses yeah, this is the fourth time in an SPL match that he's used the gold skin this week, which is absolutely hilarious. The first time I think it was forgiven. Next time was like some sort of fine, then the next time increasing fine, and he got fined again. This time I think it's hilarious.
Shing's actually gonna lose more money playing Smite than getting.
What do they? How much do they fine him?
Oh, I don't know,
Like,
like 25 and 50 or something like that. Something like that.
it's not a lot.
It adds up though. I mean,
It adds, yeah, it adds
look
up
at
when
this.
you
Is
do
the
it
fourth
4
time.
freaking
It's $100
times.
for gold skins. That's the most expensive skin in the game by Shing.
Shing has spent more on golden skins than I've spent on Smite.
Okay, so let's talk about teams practice right now. Right now, I think TSM and TSM and C9 are exclusively scrimming each other. AFK and Eager are exclusively scrimming each other. And then right now, every other team is kind of like half-assing it or doesn't have an exclusive scrim partner. And it's either because people can't be there consistently or this or that. And like in the first week of our SPL game specifically, we just didn't have any practice whatsoever. we were kind of unprepared going up against Cloud9 because we couldn't find anyone to scrim, which really sucked. So, what are your thoughts on this situation in general, Bronx?
It's annoying how like the top few teams only play each other because then it like widens the gap between the top few teams and everybody else because it's like hard to catch up when the top few teams are consistently playing each other and getting like better because they can have consistent practice and there's not really much you can do about it.
I agree
That's
with
that's
that.
that's annoying.
Yeah.
Great point.
Thanks, Tank.
Also, it's not even beneficial for them because we still took a game off Eager, who's exclusively scrimming AFK, and we shouldn't have even thrown the first game, which we did at level 1 completely. And
Oh, if our
like
if our
not
invade,
having diverse scrim partners is really bad. Like I feel like they're only hurting themselves, and it's really frustrating because basically that.
I'm confident that we would have won the first game if the invade went our way
Yeah,
and
me
not
too.
that way,
But
which sucks.
and it has a lot to do with that they're only scrimming one person and have no practice against the kind of stuff that we're doing, right? So like it's not like the teams are benefiting themselves at all from playing only two teams. Also, the situation with AFK or not AFK, Cloud9 and TSM. It seems like in the 1v1 matchup, TSM is beating Cloud9 every time in like their matchups, but Cloud9 seems like a better team to me at least. So I think
Hmm.
Cloud9's only hurting themselves too because they're just losing every time to TSM, but they're beating everyone else. So I don't know.
I mean, it's not that bad if you're beating everybody else and you're only losing to one
That's
team.
true, but they didn't make it to the last land because of it.
True. Yeah.
Also,
Tank, you got anything? Even though you're not really on a team. Wait, are you on a team, Tank?
Um, no.
Oh, rib.
rip.
We just kind of sign up for tournaments and then win them all.
Nice.
You've got the flow of gems pretty steady.
Yeah, I actually got 1-3-7-3 gems right now.
Oh,
One seven
nice.
three.
One
Wow,
three
you're
three
rich.
seven.
No, it's actually
Oh,
1-3-7-3.
Oh, nice, nice.
nice. You gotta spend 40 and you're good. Oh wait,
No,
no,
a
I'm
little bit.
dumb. I can't
Nice
match.
math. Nice math.
I Okay, okay.
Also, one more thing on the topic. I
Okay.
think right now, if two Challenger Cup or maybe even like lower tier SPL teams got like a gaming house, this is not really realistic for the state Smites in right now. But if like
What?
two, if two, huh?
Oh, somebody just
If
deleted the
two
entire list.
teams have like got a gaming house and scrimmed each other for like 5 hours a day, they'd probably just be the best two teams right now because nobody's like actually trying to get the most amount out of their practice. That's how I feel at least. Like if, for example, like Legion and Cog just sat down and scrimmed each other 5 hours a day, they could be number 1 and 2 pretty easily because that's how important practice is at this level.
Well, yeah, obviously. But the game isn't like really big enough yet
Oh yeah, no,
to
of course
warrant
not.
that.
But that amount of
Like
practice,
it wouldn't be worth it, even if you like put that much into it. It's not big enough to be worth it. At least I don't think so.
yeah. But it also is like a testament to like how important practice is, I guess. I don't know. Anyway,
Oh, I just realized we haven't said honestly like
oh, we
once.
haven't said honestly. That's
Like, what
true.
are we doing with our lives?
Honestly, I
Ta-
don't know. Honestly.
honestly, Tank, I don't appreciate what you're typing on the Google Docs right now. Honestly, it's very offensive.
Honestly,
Honestly?
Christy loves Bronx.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think we should take a timeout here and just play one of Shing's songs.
Why?
Honestly, we should not do that. And I'm not just saying that for honestly. I mean, honestly, we really shouldn't do that.
That's a great idea, Tank.
But
Oh
he
my.
sings so good.
When's Shing's mixtape coming out?
I don't know, but he's working on the album.
Okay, wait, all right. Let's talk about ADC builds. I
Right.
guess I guess I should talk about that since I play
Yeah,
the
go ahead,
ADC
Bronx.
role. Okay, well, Heartseeker is kind of good on Neath and not really good on anybody else. I think Devil Glove is still really good on like late game gods and not like early game hunters. The only thing Heartseeker's good on is early game hunters.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah.
think that's fair.
What did you want to talk about that like unicorn build or something, Shadow?
Yeah, you like basically Heartseeker got buffed. And granted, chin size did get nerfed, but there was, or I don't know if it was unicorn build. I don't even know the names of anything anymore. But there was a build that involved going Heartseeker into Fatalis before the Heartseeker buff, and then just get Aussie later, and then never get boots because you didn't have to buy Sprint unless they had slows, and it was just really efficient to get like Heartseeker into Fatalis. Do you think that build is viable at all? Because I have literally never seen a single person even try that out post Heartseeker buff and Devil Gloves kind of nerf.
I mean, wait, the hasten the Fatalis build instead of boots.
Yeah,
Eh, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Fatalis is that great when sprint is a thing. Because
that's
like you
fair.
only really use the sprint passive thing like in team fights. It's not really like you don't use it enough to need it like 24/7. You only really need it like once every 60 seconds. It's not really useful when you have it all the time. So it's kind of just a waste.
That's fair.
That's fair.
The argument like for it though is that you don't have to invest money into boots, which are like a bit overpriced compared to things like Executioner. So you get the like basically the advantage of not having to invest into boots. So that's
Like,
like the plus side, but I guess it's not worth it really if you only need sprint every not constant.
yeah, sprint's just too OP now. Like if they nerf sprint, which they might because sprint's OP, then that would be a really good build. Like if they made sprint like a 90-second cooldown, or like 100, or I don't know. If they increase the cooldown on sprint, the hasten fatalis build would be really freaking good.
That's
But
fair.
right now, sprint's too good to use it.
So
They should
ha
bring back the old Fatalis, where like you can walk backwards.
That was so useless and pointless.
yeah,
It was
that was
amazing.
really not useful at all.
What was the
It was
point of that
hilarious though. It was
passive?
hilarious.
Yeah, you could like walk backwards and auto attack people.
I don't. I still don't. That passive was probably the most useless passive
You
in the
never
game.
bought that?
No, it was so useless.
Remember when it had stacks too, like 3 stacks for movement speed and
Oh
attack
yeah.
speed?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so OP on Chronos. Cause like when you'd activate his 2 and then build the stacks up on that, and you'd be go like 100 miles an hour. You'd be a freaking ice skater.
So you talked about nerfing sprint. What do you think the right way to do that is? Do you think it's just the cooldown, or overall movement speed,
Probably
maybe cost, or
they're probably. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, probably, definitely, at least cooldown needs to be raised. Like that's like
probably
100%.
definitely, yeah.
Probably, honestly, probably, definitely. And maybe there's like split into 2 tiers, like so there'll be a 3-tier sprint thing, and the middle one will be like slow immune, super fast, and then the right one will be like super fast and auto attack thingy, but no
Hmm.
slow immune.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, 'cause maybe removing slow immunity on the
So sprint
that
is
would probably be better.
only really good on hunters and like maybe Poseidon or something like that. So do you think nerfing a item that's already niche for a role is warranted if hunters do get a nerf?
Yeah. Because
Okay.
with the slow immunity, I just think the slow immunity is too ridiculous to have. Because like in a fight, when you have the haste fatalis passive on sprint, you're able to just run around and do whatever the hell you want. And especially with slow immunity, like slows can't really like slow you down and stop you. Like there's once you hit sprint 3, you're like unstoppable. And unless you get CC'd.
You know what? I'm
Like
thinking about it now. If you actually do nerf sprint as well, like you said, the Hasten Fatalis build will be more viable. So there will be like 3 or so builds that are actually viable in ADC instead of just the, standard 2. It would open up more like options instead of people being like, oh, you have to build ADCs this exact way every game. So maybe it would be good to nerf sprint not only because it's OP, but because it would actually make for better builds or more
I don't
diverse
know
builds.
I don't know if it's Hi-Rez's fault or like the community's fault, but ADCs have always had like 1 or 2 builds that are viable. Like there's never been a lot of builds viable, like mages and stuff, which is annoying. I don't know why it's never been like there's like 5 different builds, or it's never like you never decide what you want to build for ADCs. It's kind of just like you have to build this every game or every other item sucks.
I don't think it's necessarily like a fault of high res, but rather just like how the game is designed in general. The goal of ADCs is to get the most efficient DPS build possible. So there's always going to be one way to do that in like almost every case. Like what you can do to change that are things like chin size, but it's never been in a point where it's balanced and you get chin size specifically for tanky characters. Like
Yeah,
chin size has
there's never
always been just the most DPS sometimes for shredding squishies still. Like it's a matter of that chin size not being balanced and there not being other like pen options and like you can't build around guardians right now, so you just get the highest DPS build in general right now. So I guess it's a
I
lack of
wish.
items and just efficient overall DPS.
Yeah, I wish they added items so you can build situationally on ADC, because there's just no items to build situationally. Like there's one item that's better than everything else, and no reason to build the other ones, even though they're situation items, but they suck.
What do you think it's missing specifically? Like pen options, I think is definitely one
Well,
thing.
there should be like a pen option when like the other team is very tanky, and then there should be like a squishy option for when the other team's very squishy.
Well, the squishy
I don't know.
option
I
would be
can't.
like crit, basically. That is the squishy
Yeah,
option, but it's just good regardless right now.
yeah. It's good against tanky people and squishy people because it's just OP.
Yeah. Sometimes you just build two executioners, like you just would, if you could get two and they stack separately.
Mm-hmm.
So they definitely need another option, since you obviously can't do that.
Yeah. TLDR, ADC needs more variety in builds.
Yep.
Okay, so let's go to the next topic. Casters.
Yeah, let's talk about
Shadow,
casting for Smite.
Shadow, you have a field day on this one.
Well, this is not going to be a bash caster session. This is I want to talk about specifically how casters should be talking about things in general. So in past events, casters have talked about things like that what someone is that what someone is doing is just definitively wrong. Like for example, going a slow path to mid to lose a creep is just like called out by casters sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, that was just a huge mistake by them. They missed the creep. They could have just gone this other way." Or if you use this ability like this, or I don't know. It's hard to think of exact examples when you're not straight up looking at a game, but if you call something definitively wrong as a caster, it'll just kind of it's just bad for the viewers and bad for really whatever caster is saying that because everything is done for more or less a reason. And going a slower path to mid to miss a creep might have been done because he didn't want to. They didn't have vision on people around him and didn't want to get ganked, or uh, use an ability this way because the risk of them going the other way that they didn't aim at is too high and stuff like that. That the casters just straight up can't analyze in a live casting standpoint. And I don't think any caster right now, except for Adonis, has ever been at a pro level and is just not able to really see that far into the game. So I think casters should be a lot more lenient on what they consider to be misplays because they never see the correct misplays, and even pointing out that kind of stuff is just not good. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so
That,
basically that. And I've honestly had casters muted. Honestly, I've had casters muted
honestly.
for months and months and months now. So I don't even know if it's been improved, but uh,
Do you
it's.
really? You
Oh
don't
no,
even
I
listen to
have not heard
casters
casters
anymore?
cast in a good a good year.
Oh, you just went off on a
uh,
tangent. You
no, no,
haven't
no,
even
no.
heard them for a year.
Listen to a game every now and then, and I see what a lot of people say about it. So it's it
You
could just
should
be done a lot better.
you should play the VOD I sent in the Google Docs.
Okay.
I'm not
Why?
doing that.
What is it?
Cause you don't listen to it, you probably haven't heard this one yet.
Oh,
What is
is
it?
this what Gandhi said?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we can use this as an example. It's a bit differently than what I was talking about, but
Wasn't? Didn't you tweet this the other day?
yeah, I did. So we'll talk about what I'm about to play a clip of casting
You know,
real quick, and we'll afterwards I want people to, or I want to talk about whether this is something that like should be even discussed because people say that people do a lot of stuff like this in sports often, or if this is just straight up like borderline BM almost, or just unnecessary things to say. So I'll play the clip real quick.
eager. We say, okay, Anatoly,
Mhm.
he's got to be the weak link on this team, right?
Right.
And every team technically has a weak link, but you know, it just naturally is Anatoly, and that's why we normally see like these guardians kind of come out of him who can kind of just stalemate the lane. But you know, when you pick a Bologna,
Okay, so basically he's calling Tolly a weak link. Is that your cat?
Yeah, my cat just walked in front of my webcam.
Okay. Yeah, he's basically just calling Tolly a weak link, and I don't think that somebody that's not pro at the game really has the analytical skills to do that. So it's more or
Completely
less just like an
unnecessary.
arbitrary shot. If I don't know, if you had stats to back it up, if you had actual some sort of proof, or if you had I'm not sure. Or a pro's opinion about it. Or basically anything to back it up with, because I like Gandhi. He's a really nice guy, but he is not a pro player, and he's not at the level where he can be an analyst really. And same with a lot of people at high res, which isn't even a bad thing. It's just it's so hard to analyze the game when you're not a pro player, basically. And even if stuff like that sometimes is technically correct, he has nothing to support that at all. So it's just his own personal opinion at a gold 3 level. And what kind of weight does that hold in an SPL level casting job?
Yeah, it's something like that should just never be said. It should personal opinions like that are just like super biased like that should not be said in casts, I think.
I would agree. Tank, what are your thoughts on this?
He's not gold 3.
What
Oh,
is he?
okay.
He's qualifying.
Oh.
Oh, even better.
Yep.
Good to know. Did you just look that up, Tank?
Well, gold 3 is like
Yep.
average, right? Like gold is average and 3's the middle. I just like default
I guess.
assumed average.
What the way Smite works, like you're either bronze 5 or you're like masters. Like it's
That's
kind of
right.
when you're in qualifying, it's like it places you in like in like diamond 5 or like bronze 3.
Hey, we can use that to actually talk about the matchmaking next. That's our next topic.
Oh yeah. Good transition for once. That's the
Good.
first.
Honestly,
Oh.
Bronx, that was a really good transition. Honestly.
Thanks, man. I didn't even try to do it. It just kind of happened. All right. Yeah, the matchmaking sucks dick. Shadow. Explain why,
Wow,
please.
nice intro to that.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's what it's gonna be about. Like, matchmaking has so many flaws right now. It's
So,
ridiculous.
as far as I know, right now, matchmaking, discard the qualifying system, 'cause we'll talk about that in a sec. But uh, the matchmaking system for everybody except at a super high level and then probably also at a super low level, but I'm not sure about that, is fine. Like for all the middle of the range people, matchmaking actually is probably fine for the most part. That you do get reports occasionally that people are being paired with people like more than a league or two apart from them, which is pretty bad. But that's generally because of the lack of the people that are queuing at the time. However, at a very top end level of gameplay, matchmaking has a very specific problem. And what the system does right now is when basically it has a threshold for what's able to be queued, right? If people are within a certain amount of elo of each other, they'll queue. And the longer the queue goes on, I think the more lenient and lenient that gets until at 1730 it automatically pops. That's the current system. What it doesn't take into account though is that if people are queuing and they can like make a match, they will actually get the people that will make the best match per average elo per team, instead of the match that pairs the closest people together. Like what it does now is it matches the people based on like which two teams have the closest average MMR because they want the most fair match possible, right? Instead, they need to make it so the top 10 people get paired, or the closest 10 people get paired, and then it splits up the teams to have the most like average MMR. It's kind of tough to explain, but it means that if me and Bronx are queuing at the same time, and let's say we're both at 3K MMR, there's a good chance that we won't get in the same game, which is really, really, really bad for matchmaking.
I miss the old system with time queues for high elo at least. This new system's probably much better for average elo, but the old
Mhm.
system was so much better for us, like
Right.
the high elo.
What
Because
this?
especially when
Go ahead,
like
sorry.
it put like the top 10 elos queuing at the time in one game, that was so nice. What were you gonna say, Shadow?
What this does for average like elo people though is it lets the queue pop more than once every 7 minutes, which is actually really, really good. Like the lower the queue
Yeah.
times it is for the general public, the better it is. But I think there could be exceptions made in the code for allowing better matchmaking for top people, especially if it affects streams, which it really, really does.
Yeah,
Because
this new system definitely helps like more people want to like play because it's lesser queue times, but it hurts like Smite's I guess advertising on Twitch because all the streams are like half of them are people in queue and then like 10% of them are people actually playing Smite. Like
so yeah,
this
let's talk about what is like really best for IRS to do in general, real quick. So this affects balance. This affects like every single decision that they do. Their entire goal is to get as many people to play Smite, and they want to make as much money as possible, which is a good thing. That's what every company should really do. And every decision that IRS has to make, both balance-wise and like matchmaking wise, needs to appeal to the most amount of people possible. So the balance changes that they need to make not only need to be good competitive, so that way they have like diverse god pools for spectators, but it's so important that it's balanced for like a lower level. And the same goes for matchmaking. If the current matchmaking system is better for the huge majority of people, then by all means just let this be the system forever. But the thing is, it's affecting Twitch streams, and that lets people watch the game, which means if people aren't enjoying streams as much or there's less Smite to watch, there's just bad promotion. So if it only affected like the pro player experience and nothing else, it wouldn't even matter, right? Because as long as the average people are just happy, then high-res is happy.
What they need to do with the matchmaking is when someone dodges, they just don't go through the whole matchmaking process again. They need to make it so it'll keep the 9 players and then find someone with like a similar elo to just fill in that one person's spot.
Do you mean
Go
like
over that one more
not
time?
even like start over the lobby and just like put the person in, or like start the lobby over again but
Well,
with the same
it'll,
people?
It'll like restart the lobby over again, but then it'll just the
Oh
queue will pop
yeah,
a lot faster.
yeah, that too. Most other games, when somebody dodges Q, it basically puts you back in the same spot you were in the queue. Instead, in Smite, it's as if you were never in queue in the first place, which also artificially extends the queues, which is also really, really, really bad.
Yep. All right. So are we done with matchmaking?
Unless you have anything else to add, Bronx, honestly. I'm sorry, that was a bit
Shadowq,
ranty on
you
my
have
part,
anything
I
else to say?
guess. Whoa.
No.
Whoa. Are you lagging?
Are you lagging?
Your,
You,
voice
you
just
can hear
lagged
me
there
now,
for a little
right?
bit.
No, your voice lagged.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Is this thing on?
Anyway, do you have anything else to add, Bronx?
No, I'm done.
Okay,
Matchmaking
sorry, that was
sucks.
a bit ranty, but I really wanted to talk about it at least a little bit. So,
Oh, we can keep kind of this kind of relates to matchmaking. How
okay.
TP is completely meaningless and is kind of just a number.
Yeah, do you want to go into that a little bit, Bronx?
Yeah, I mean TP's it's cool. It looks nice
Wait,
and like you get to be in.
real quick, Bronx. For people that don't know, stands for tribute points, which is like the like how you rate people on the ladder and get promoted and stuff. So it's like
Actually stands for toilet paper.
yeah, it stands for toilet paper. Okay, go ahead, Bronx. Now that everyone knows. Now that everybody knows.
I mean the leagues and stuff in the TP. I mean they look cool, but they're completely meaningless. Like the only thing that actually decides what match you get into is your elo, and I mean I don't think it really should work like that. The TP should actually mean something. It should match you with people like in your same league and stuff. It should take that into effect. I don't know how they would do that because I'm not a coder, but I don't think it should be completely meaningless.
I agree and disagree. Basically, it's just
Okay.
kind of going to inherently be meaningless unless the system that they use for the TP is the exact same one they use for MMR. But it doesn't really. I don't know. It's kind of like 50-50. It doesn't matter that it doesn't matter in my eyes because people still like seeing their numbers go up, and it's probably a better system than having just like a flat elo number with. I don't know. I'm not sure where I stand on this one.
Okay.
But I agree that it does not mean anything.
Yeah. Completely meaningless. All right, Tank. What do you? Where's your stance on this, Tank?
Yeah, right now I have TP, and it just kind of tells me like when I'm gonna get demoted.
Okay.
That,
I mean,
that's
When I
that's your
get down
stance?
to 0 TP, like you know I'm gonna get demoted as soon as my elo drops below like 2300.
Yeah.
okay.
So what's your stance on like, should it be meaningless? Should it not be meaningless?
Yeah, it should be it should not mean anything.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Alright,
whenever
Tank.
whenever you earn TP, it should send you a roll for a roll of toilet paper for as much as you earned. I think
I
that
would
should
agree.
be a good meaning they could implement.
No, that would cost way too much.
Yeah, but it's worth.
It's worth.
It's worth it. Honestly, it's worth.
So like people like Barracuda would have like 600 rolls of toilet paper.
It's one
Exactly.
perk of being good at Smite. You never run out of toilet paper.
Actually 837 rolls of toilet paper.
Does he really have 837 TP?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. I don't understand how that's even possible.
It doesn't.
It's ridiculous.
Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but like I don't understand how he gets so much of it.
He has good
Also-
internet.
Also, guess what? The system's actually so bad that if you have lower elo, you gain more TP if you're in Masters. I think it
Really?
only really works for Masters, but like elo doesn't directly affect uh, TP gain compared to the average TP difference between the teams. So if you have lower TP compared to where you should be at, you'll gain more TP overall because you'll win more matches. Even though you, yeah,
Uh,
because your games will be easier and stuff. So like, if the season's about to reset, you can actually tactically, intentionally lose a couple games to lower your MMR real quick, which is also another flaw in the system. But that only affects Masters, I'm pretty sure.
But I mean, if wait, explain it again. I'm confused on what you mean. Like, if you have less elo,
So okay,
then you
if
get
if you
more.
have less elo, games will be easier. That's just how it works. If you're always going to be the top queue, you'll get better and better people on your team. So games will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
easier to carry. And the amount of TP that you gain and win is not affected as much by elo as it affects how likely you are to win. So basically, you'll win more matches, and your TP gain will be the same per win and per loss if your MMR is lower.
Okay.
So at the end of the season, if you tactically lose matches in Masters, you'll do better at the beginning of the season.
That's what I do all the time. I tactically lose.
I mean, that's not even a joke. That is how that works.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And again, that shows how little TP means, by the way.
Yeah, means nothing except for wiping your butt with toilet paper. Okay, next topic. Baka
Or no,
ADC.
no. Okay, we can talk about Baka ADC next.
Wait, do you want to talk about something different?
No, yeah, that's fine. We can do that one.
All right, this will kind of be short. This will just be
Yeah.
me saying. Wait, I forget? Did I talk about this last time?
Baka ADC is bad.
I don't think so. Go ahead,
Oh,
Bronx.
okay. Well, it's basically.
We heard Tank's opinion already, so.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's bad. Like I
It's
was
not
against
bad.
you. I was against you, and you did really bad.
No, I didn't do bad.
Oh,
though.
you did bad. I was there.
Like Shadowq even carried you, and then you still
I
did bad.
did. I did carry.
Just because I did
I
bad
was
doesn't mean the
Ares.
god is bad. Gosh, you guys are freaking bullies, man. No, but Baka ADC is like really good because it's like the same concept of Baka and solo lane. Like if the other person doesn't have a hog, then you just get to invade for free and get free
I just
buffs.
said it was bad.
But it's oh my.
Good arguments, Tank. Good arguments.
Thanks, Tank. You're really backing up your
Yeah,
arguments.
you guys like took my buff, but then as soon as you got like around 10 minutes in the game, you just started like feeding.
Bronx took your buff. Tank took your life.
True.
Yep.
Whatever. It's good for taking buffs and getting an XP lead, and then the only reason it's bad is because it's not an ADC, and ADCs are OP.
Athena can take buffs just as easy, like in the duo lane now.
Well, not really.
Because they hog their attack speed, so you just leave red early, and then you can just dash and take the attack speed buff with your hog.
Can you just do that with every other god that has a dash?
No, you can't. You can only do it with Athena.
Okay, Tank.
Okay.
Okay, Tank.
Okay,
Thanks,
Tank.
New name of the talk show. Okay, Tank.
Honestly, it should be that.
Honestly.
All right. What was the thing that you wanted to talk about, Shadow?
Movement speed. We skipped right over it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So
That's you.
I guess I'll lead it off, and you guys can tell me what you think about it. So movement speed as a buff, I think, is really awkward a lot of the time by design. It makes things happen that shouldn't like defaultly happen in a game like Smite, because I don't know. Movement speed as a modifier is way different than something like bonus attack or bonus mana or bonus CDR. It just completely affects the way that you can dodge skills and get out of situations, and it's really, really weird to have a movement speed buff, in my opinion. It just creates situations that aren't natural just stat-wise. So, what are your thoughts on the movement speed buff right now in Smite? Is it too strong? Is it bad by design? Is it good by design? What do you think? Or do you have not an opinion at all? What do you think?
I don't really have an issue with it. I mean, I think it's a good design because the jungler takes it and the jungler needs to be everywhere at once. So like
Okay,
it helps
that's
with that. I think it's a good design because like that's pretty much what it's made for. It's made for the jungler to be able to be on like other sides of the map like a lot.
Okay, going on that line of thinking a little bit, do you think it would be do you think junglers are a little bit too weak without the speed buff right now, like during the downtime of them not having it? Because, like you said, they do need to rotate. Do you think speed buff is like good on them, but then junglers are too weak without it, basically, as far as
I
rotation
mean,
wise goes?
No.
not really, because like you can play around not having like you can just you're not always rotating like the entire game. Like you're only rotating for a little bit, and then you're like sitting in mid or sitting in solo for a little bit. So I mean, like when you don't have the movement speed, you can just kind of like chill out in the lane and not
Okay.
do a lot. There's only 2 minutes downtime if you do it efficiently.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't think it really is
I
a
think
bad thing. I think it's a pretty good thing.
I think for rotation wise and stuff, I think it's actually pretty good. It promotes fighting and I think it's just kind of good. But within a fight, it's kind of awkward sometimes. Like not seeing that somebody has a speed buff because it is kind of subtle sometimes, and then not being able to get a kill or somebody getting out that kind of shouldn't. Which is why I have an issue with it. I'd like to see it have less of an effect when you're in combat. Maybe 10% in combat, 20% out.
Maybe it could be like Teleria, yeah, where
Yeah,
like you have a movement speed buff out of combat.
that's
That
what
would
I'd
be
kind of like. That's where I'd like it to be.
because they're definitely stepping towards that direction with taking away the attack speed.
Right.
Because the attack speed on it didn't make any sense. Because junglers aren't really attack speed thingies. Well, they are, but not really.
Yeah, I think the movement speed buff is a little bit too impactful within a fight.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, you have something to say about that?
No.
Honestly, with
Honestly.
ADCs being so OP, the junglers need a way to even to be at that level. And I think the movement speed buff does that.
Well, I don't
Yes.
think hunters being OP warrants other mechanics not being where they should be. They should basically just nerf hunters then. I don't think you can really use that
Yeah.
as a complete argument.
Alright. Honestly, they should just make it so you're fast out of combat and then like somewhat normal seed inside of combat. That would make it
Like 20 and 10.
super good and balanced.
Honestly, that's a good suggestion.
Honestly, thank
you,
you.
Tank. Thank you for throwing on your 2 cents there.
Thanks, honestly.
Oh my god. Is Vic Creeper taking keeping track of the honestly counter?
I don't think so this time. We'll have to add that up at the end.
Okay.
Ourselves when the VOD gets out.
Honestly.
Honestly.
Alright, Shadow, you can have that amazing job.
Okay,
I'm-
I'll work on it. I'll do that afterwards, Bronx. Thank you for that
Yeah.
huge responsibility.
You're welcome. Yeah,
Honestly,
it's a really
I'm
big...
thrilled.
Can you handle it? It's a pretty big responsibility.
Yeah, I think I can manage. Probably. I might not. I'll let you know if I need help. Right.
Okay. Do we have any more topics?
We could talk about Shang singing.
Shinging.
Shinging.
Or do you want to start? We can start asking chat for topics now.
Yeah, let's ask chat. Did you have any questions you wanted to ask Tank while you're here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who, me? Oh,
Tank.
them.
I asked Tank.
Yeah, we could even take in some callers.
We should do that. That would be
Oh
amazing.
God.
Like a
we're not doing
radio
AIDS
TV
Fest.
show.
We
Like a radio show. That would be great.
AIDS Fest. We'd have to
we
give the
did it on
TeamSpeak info
Curse.
out, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to give the
No,
TeamSpeak out
No,
publicly.
we could do it on Curse. Just
We
do
did it on
Curse.
Curse once.
Yeah, but we'd have to. No, it's gonna be a whole big mess,
Yes.
and you can't even kick people from the
No,
call.
no.
And people will start singing and shouting and.
No, we
AIDS
just
Fest
leave the
is-
Curse. Here.
Oh my.
I have a plan.
All right, Bronx. All right.
Alright, we leave the Curse when we're done with that person, and then we make a new one. And then we invite the next person.
All right, AIDS Fest it is.
AIDS Fest 2015. AIDS Stock 2015.
All right, I'm gonna create a session in Curse Voice. I'll send you guys the link, and then.
How do
we'll
we
meet
give it to?
TeamSpeak.
How do we give it to the person?
It'll just have to go in chat, and we'll have
Oh,
to assume
Omega-
people will go one person at a time.
Omega wants to join. Let's get Omega. Omega will be our first caller.
All right. I can send you guys the.
Do you have a
link,
him added
yeah.
on Curse?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just.
Wait, I'm gonna add him on Curse, and then I'll just add him.
Okay. All right, I'm muting in TeamSpeak. Load up your Curse, Bronx.
Yeah,
Okay.
good point.
All right, you can hear me, okay, Tank?
Yeah.
All
Yeah, I
right.
hear you.
Bronx
So we
muted.
can take in a variety of colors.
Yeah, I think I have to add Omega. I think. How do I do this?
Who's Omega?
The C9 Omega.
Oh, the C9 Omega.
Oh, Zero Omega. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Bronx doesn't know how to click the link. Hi, Bronx.
Hi.
You want to click that Curse Voice link real quick so you can talk to us?
Yeah. True.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh God.
Hello.
Alright, I added Omega. I'm gonna add him to the call.
Okay.
We need to find a topic to ask him.
He's gonna call in to ask a question. That's how that works.
Oh, he's asking. Okay, I see.
Yeah,
I see,
yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's not accepting.
Honestly, that's great.
Are you gonna freaking accept Omega?
I could just post the link in chat and have it.
Oh, I got him. I got him. We're good. We're
Okay,
good.
you got him. All right, Bronx.
Yeah. All right. I'm adding him to call. Hello.
What's happening?
Hey,
Hi.
VC9 Omega.
How's it
How
going?
are you? It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. I literally just turned on the stream, so I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
All right,
Oh.
we wanted you to ask a question, but we could think of a topic then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll
We
answer
talked
it
about
as
hunters and
honestly as I
stuff.
can.
Perfect. That's exactly what we're looking for in the show.
What do you think about hunters in the soul lane? That's a good topic for Omega.
Yeah, that is.
If you play a hunter in the soul lane, you're a pansy. I don't know. That's the way I see it.
Nice.
I don't know. Hunters in the soul lane, it's kind of meh. I mean, it takes a while for them to come online, so I don't know.
Do you think
I would request every opponent to play a hunter in the soul lane versus me. I'd love it.
That's fair.
No.
That's fair. So do you think they're too easily bullied, or is it just a lack of early presence that like bruisers, for example, can give to like team fights and stuff like that?
Yeah, I think they're pretty easily bullied. Once they finish Heartseeker, they become a nuisance. Once they finish a fully stacked Heartseeker, they become a nuisance. But I don't know. I don't think they provide. Teams need frontline, I think, because
Okay.
I don't know, because hunters don't build kin size anymore. So health builds with bruisers is like anti ADC. So I don't know. I think it's personally stupid to play hunter in the soul lane, but what do I know?
Well, yeah. What do you know? You're only on cloud 9. What do you know?
Yeah, I guess.
So you said that you do need a front line compared to like you do want a bruiser. Do you think it's viable to run bruisers in the jungle at all and have a hunter solo? Do you think that's enough to compensate for it, or is it just a bit too inefficient?
Bruiser in the jungle. I think it depends on what bruiser you play. I think it can work, but for me, Andy does not like building any kind of defensive item ever, and he loves those assassins that get blown up. So I don't think I'll be playing a hunter anytime soon.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, any last things you wanted to say, Omega?
Let's see. I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't know.
honestly, you did good. Honestly.
I did great. Sweet. All right. All right, you guys have fun. I'll head
Thanks
out.
for coming on, Omega.
No
Have a good day,
problem.
man.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna. Suntouch wants to go next.
Oh, nice. Suntouch is here. Beautiful. Add Suntouch, Bronx.
Cool.
You're our official
I'm waiting.
Curse Voice manager.
Curse voice manager. I'm waiting for him to accept my friend request. Oh, it's pending. Suntouch, you gotta accept it.
I don't think he can hear you without delay.
I know. I just typed it in chat.
And that was pretty rude that you shouted at him.
Freaking Suntouch! Freaking dodged. He dodged in my ranked game today.
Did he really?
I had to wait 17
Wow, you
minutes
got wrecked,
and 30
dude.
seconds, and then he didn't pick a freaking god, and I had to wait another 17 minutes and 30 seconds.
We didn't play Smite till 32 minutes, I think we said earlier.
Oh, okay.
The long
Alright,
queue.
I'm adding him. Hopefully he has a question.
Or a topic.
Hi.
Yeah, I hear
Hey,
you've been talking
Suntouch.
shit, mate, about me not picking God.
Yeah.
I hear you've been talking shit, Bronx. Last dodged my game, so I dodged his
Yeah,
game. It was revenge.
I was in both of those.
The
games.
revenge dodge.
It was motherfucking revenge, dude. Alright, so all I wanted, was say hi, what's up.
Hi. How are you?
Is anybody that we call gonna actually have a question? Is this?
I actually have a question, but it's
Oh,
for the
beautiful.
chat. It's not
Okay.
allowed.
Oh, it is allowed, and bonus points if it's spam related.
It's not spam related.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Still, that's fine.
Oh! Chat! When I say Kappa, you spam Kipo. Kappa!
That's not a question, Suntouch.
Keeper. Chat, when I say Kappa, you spam PogChamp. Kappa, PogChamp, Kappa, PogChamp. Alright, that's it. I'm out.
All right,
Have a good day,
thank
guys.
you. Thank you,
That wasn't a
Suntouch.
question.
That was a question. I'm asking spam.
Thank you, Suntouch. You
Alright.
really contributed a lot to this show. Honestly, I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right, let's get somebody that is actually gonna have a question.
All right, I think we can take one more caller before we have to wrap it up. One more caller.
Let's get somebody that isn't gonna be a fuckboy.
Wow, did you just call Suntouch a fuckboy, Bronx?
He dodged my
Wow,
rank
the
game
BM, the BM.
He dodged my
Wow,
freaking
Bronx.
rank game today, man.
Bronx with the BM master, Bronx BM bombers. Bronx
Oh.
BM, is that better?
Met Yankee wants to get.
All right.
No, we're not adding Met Yankee. No, Met Yankee is gonna be a friggin'. All right, let's get Dr. Love
Oh,
Buns in
cursed.
here.
Bot Ryan's curse is DM Brandon. I think that's accurate.
Add me in Smite. My IGN is DM Brandon.
All right,
BM Bombers
you have
to the
someone.
Reddit.
You have someone. You are the official curse voice manager,
Yeah,
Bronx.
I'm getting Dr. Love Buns.
Okay. Beautiful.
He's gonna spread his love buns to us. Who's the lovely female to the right of you, Shadow? Wow, that's me!
That was Baskin's question too.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Alright, I'm adding Dr. Love Buns.
Hi,
Hello,
Dr. Love
Mr.
Buns.
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Alright, please tell me you have an actual question.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me mute stream, actually.
That's a
Alright,
good
hi.
idea.
Alright, so, I was gonna ask which gods do you want in the meta, and which gods don't you want in the meta? Like,
Oh,
That's a pretty good
Like-
question.
let me start. I have one god that I want in the meta right now so badly.
Oh, I know.
It's Freya.
I knew it.
Freya! I freaking love Freya, but she sucks! And I hate it. She's so much fun to play, but she's so bad. Yeah. And don't want in the meta? I don't know. I can't really think of any
I know
god
who.
that's
I
really
thought about
annoying.
it. I know who I don't want in the meta.
Who?
I would hate Cali to be in the meta. I think Kali's design is garbage. She jumps you and left clicks you and takes so much skill. Wow. What a skillful champion that. The reason Kali's annoying is because in ranked, nobody plays around left clicks, and people die for no reason. And then if she gets fed, she's invincible late. And stuff like that is fine in competitive when people don't feed their brains out early. But in ranked, when everybody feeds their brains out early, Cali either does nothing if she's on your team or does everything if she's against you. To your teammates only, not you. So, Cali by design, I hate. I don't want her. I don't want to see her anywhere near this meta. Please leave her where she is. Never buff her, please.
I also want Sir Cat out of the meta. She's so freaking annoying. Like, she's so unkillable. Well, not really, but like, if she has her dashes up, she'll be on the other side of the map in like half a second. It's retarded. I hate it. Do you feel the same, Shadow?
Yeah, I do. I would agree with that. Very, very annoying. I don't think
Yes.
it's quite the same problem as Kali, obviously, but very, very annoying.
No, her design's good, but
Yeah,
she's
I like
just,
Sir Cat's design, but she's
a
she's so
pain in the
annoying.
ass
She's
to
so
play
annoying.
against.
Who
So
would,
annoying.
who would I
Alright,
want to see in the
should we-
meta?
Do we want to get? Oh yeah, you need to answer that. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd kind of like to see Alquang because you can do so
What
many
about
cool
Afro?
shenanigans. I know Alquang's also an auto attack god, and the same problem exists, but he would be really cool to see in the meta of competitive play because of stealth shenanigans. Like
and
if
Dragon.
you can, yeah, and dragon, and no. But
Shadow, what about Afro?
oh, don't no, that's gonna strike a chord for me. I'm gonna start crying here. Let's not talk about Afro. We all know I want her in the meta.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I think Tank should answer. Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, what is your
Honestly.
answer, Tank? Tank muted. You might be on
Tank's
push to
not
talk,
here.
Tank.
Tank, we can't hear you.
Honestly,
I think
Tank
he's
is Mia. Honestly.
I think Tank is the star of this show. Honestly.
Honestly.
All right. Do you want to
All
get
right.
one more person, Shadow?
Yeah, we can do one more. Thank you very much,
Thanks, Dr.
Dr.
Love
Love
Buns.
Buns. Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you
Bye.
very much.
Thank you for having a legitimate question. We appreciate it.
No problem. Alright, later, guys.
Later.
All right. Everybody in chat, spam Kappa123 if you want to be added to the call.
That's not gonna work. Everyone's gonna say Kappa 1, 2, 3.
I'm just kidding. If you actually want us to add you, just say your curse name. I don't know. I think Kappa123 would work.
Yeah, people will spam Kappa 1, 2, 3, but that won't get anybody in the call. Janase Kwai has questions. I think they've been asking. What is your curse ID?
Who?
Uh,
Who?
JENSEKWA.
All right.
Maybe
let's
their
figure
own
out what his
curse.
ID is.
That is not their curse name. Oh, here I have it. All right, I added them.
Suck D's newts.
Wow, that's
That
definitely
seems
the
like a
real curse
legitimate
name. Yeah.
I have an invite in Smite. That Yankee's inviting me. Wait, are you adding somebody, Shadow?
I should be. As soon as they accept the thing. They're loading up
Sky
curse
and
as
Bray?
we speak.
Sky and Bray?
Sky and Bray.
Who is it?
That's Sky and Bray.
No, who are you adding?
The first person.
Hello.
Oh, hi Tank.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the talk show.
Yeah, I just came back.
Nice.
So did you
I
have
had
any
to feed
thoughts,
the
Tank,
squirrels.
on who you would want or not want in the meta?
Like god-wise?
Yeah,
No, people-wise.
Oh, people-wise. I
People
think Shing
wise.
needs to be
I would like
removed.
Shadowq out of the meta.
No, Shing needs to be moved.
We need you
First
you
name's
need
Scott
to
Gandhi.
do a curse voice. I'm having any success with this. I'm technologically impaired.
Oh, I can invite some people.
Somebody post your freaking name in chat and I'll invite you. It's not difficult, people.
My curse name is Clow. Obviously that's true.
I believe that.
Yeah, I do too.
Curse name DM Brandon. That's my name. Liar.
Curse ID Shing37. I can agree with that too.
Oh my god. There are 250 people here, and not one person could actually put their name. Alright, J-Lud. I think that's legit.
Okay, you think.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
So how much money am I getting paid to be your curse voice manager?
You're getting one
Zero
donger bill per
dongers.
day.
One donger bill?
Yeah.
Oh, we should add JP.
Oh yeah, JP. Get JP in here. I'm sorry to those of you who are not getting in chat. There are a lot of people that do want to join.
Good point.
All right, JP's loading in. Hey
Hi,
JP, how's it going?
Honestly, JP, can you talk?
Mike muted?
Mike muted?
Mike muted.
Hello?
No, not you, Tank.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Tank.
JP?
I'm gonna add the J-Lud guy, and hopefully JP comes
Okay.
back to life.
I think JP is literally AFK.
Hey, J-Lud.
Hello, J-Lud.
1 second, guys.
Oh,
Hey,
JP.
I don't have sound at the moment.
Alright, that's cool. You can be quiet, JP. We will talk to J-Lud.
We'll get the better J.
Welcome to the Shadowq community, J-Lud.
Thank you
What
for
would you
having
like
me.
to... Please, let me talk. What would you like to tell everyone?
Shadowq is a Shadow Cutie.
Now, we have
Aw,
Shadowq.
Thank you.
Actually, what I wanted to ask you guys is like, what would a decent karma system look like for Smite? Because I don't play any of their MOBAs, so I don't know what's
We
out
have
there.
Goodwill. In fact, Goodwill is very...
No, don't give me the goodwill bullshit.
Well,
Garbage.
Goodwill is actually a decent idea, but it's so unnoticeably impactful that it's actually unsuccessful, I would think. I'm not too familiar with
actually
it in
did
other
something-
MOBAs, but they should definitely have something like League of Legends where you can thumbs up or thumbs down people. Or the thumbs down, I guess, is the same as report in a lot of cases, but thumbs up can be like promoted for helpfulness, insightfulness, teamwork, or just being a good teammate. I would actually really like to see something like that in Smite, and it wouldn't really be that hard to implement. They could also tie that into Goodwill somehow, but maybe have it a little bit more effective or something like that. Or basically like redo the system. Just called, I don't know. I like the idea of thumbs upping people.
I think
for
goodwill
being
is kind of
helpful.
pointless because of the God Pack is such a good deal.
Yeah, Favor's kind of useless in the game right now, unless.
Wait, what
because
does
the
Goodwill
guy
even do?
associate-
You get more
It gives you
favor.
more favor for like.
Oh, yeah, that. They should make it so if you dodge a Q, you don't get a penalty if you have 100%.
I actually haven't played League of Legends in a while, but I played a match or two like maybe a week and a half ago or something like that, just for the lulz. But when I logged in, because I was an honorable summoner or whatever, I got an Amumu skin, which he's my main. He's the only god I play or the champion that I play. So if I was like actually rewarded you with like a random skin like that from like a one skin from an Oracle chest or something like that for being thumbs up enough after like every so many months, that would actually be really smart. It would promote good behavior. It would promote more people to play the game, and it would get people excited for skins and skins and stuff. So
What do you guys think of the random elo system in ranked right now? What if they kind of tied not the like first pick, but like the 4 through 5
I
or
think
2
it's
through
good.
5?
That is
What if
random.
they tied that to like I don't know, a karma system?
I don't think that
Ooh,
really
that could be
matters. People
Yeah,
kind
like the
of
lower end of ranked though is it's not it's like a problem actually making calls for like teams. I know you guys don't deal with it as
oh yeah,
much,
that's
but like
true. Yeah,
when I'm in like gold games or platinum games, man, some people just do not want to play support or will not play, then they're not their main role.
um,
I think that's probably Goodwill deciding who's fourth or fifth is actually a pretty good idea because it makes you like want to be nicer because then you get to be higher up and get your role.
Yeah, and those nicer people that want to win will actually give picks up.
Yeah,
Right.
if you're an absolute jerk, then you'll be fifth pick every game and you always get support.
the problem that I'm
Which
thinking of is that if somebody wants to like play solo and counterpick theirs last and they have good behavior, that might be a negative thing for them. That's the only thing that I could really see happening.
I mean, you could coordinate with your team to pick your solo last.
Unless somebody's like, nah, never mind, man, I'm solo, which is the problem that we're talking
True.
about. So that might be a problem, but I think in general it's a really good idea.
I mean, I just kind of want us to have a
Honestly.
conversation about this because I don't see many people like talking about a Google system. It's up on Reddit.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good idea. If it doesn't have to be this one exactly, obviously, but something needs to be implemented for sure.
Well, I don't want to take up any more of you guys' time, but thanks for having me on.
Yep. Thanks for the question, J Lud. All right.
Alright, I'm
Any
gonna add
final
Ozzy
thoughts
Cock.
on anything we've been talking about, honestly? Because I think.
Let's get Ozzy Cock in here.
Oh,
One more
okay.
question.
Ozzy Cock for one more question. One more.
We gotta get Ozzy Cock.
We gotta get Ozzy Cock.
Welcome, Heartseeker. Welcome to
Hi.
the Shadowq community. This is where we will discuss Smite.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Tank is the greeter of the Dongerhood.
Yes, sir.
So I have a question for Bronze Dongers.
Oh God.
So is it true that Christy K 4445 is currently diving your 2-2 tower?
Yeah, my middle tower. Me and Shig's middle tower.
Wow.
She dives on a daily basis.
You know, this has actually been a discussion for quite some time now because everybody knows that Christy has been diving many pro players' towers, and this is just not good. We need to nerf her.
Yeah, I agree personally. I think that Christy K 4445 should be nerfed, and if anyone in chat agrees, you should all spam Kappa 321.
Alright, I'm getting
I
on that.
don't
I'm getting on
know
that.
the context for
Alright.
this, but you guys are ridiculous. That's all. That's all I have to say. I have no idea what's happening.
Shadowq, how would you feel if Christy was diving your tower?
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean.
Shadow, just think about it. Think about it in a sexual way. Diving
think
your
about-
tower.
That still
Sieging
doesn't
your
make
middle
sense.
Sieging your middle tower.
Oh my
Just
god.
imagine she was your QT 3.14.
Okay, well, beautiful discussion, guys. Really great discussion.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I feel like I'm a better person after this.
You really
You
added
really
a
are.
lot to this
You
game.
honestly,
Yeah, there's
honestly
so much
are.
value, honestly.
I'm honestly really scared of Christy diving my tower. So I did block her on Twitter.
Is she camping
I
your
have
lanes?
no idea
Honestly,
what we're
that's
talking
the-
about.
That's the best way to go about it, Tank.
Here, Shadowq, I will draw a picture for you to describe her
I
pushing
think
the
that's
tower.
fine. You can send that to me later, Tank. Thank you very much.
All right.
Alright.
All right, then.
Thanks, Ozzy Cock.
We can end
Goodbye,
on that
friends.
beautiful note then, Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, any final thoughts about what we talked about, or anything, or want to plug yourselves?
Who's adding Fly-In XX?
That would be you.
No, it's not me.
It's not me.
Can we finish this up in TeamSpeak? Oh my god, you're
Oh,
just
you're adding
random
every.
people.
Okay, let's. I'm going back to TeamSpeak. I'm going to TeamSpeak. All right, Bronx.
Hi.
You want to shout out? Give a shout out to anyone?
I mean, as we could tell by my interview the other day, I'm very good at shoutouts and
Right.
interviews.
Can I give a shout out?
Yes, Tank. You can give a shout out.
I would like to give a shout out to Shadowq, aka Erich Garbrowski.
Thank you, Tank.
You can find him at twitter.com/Shadowq, Shadowq Smite.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me at twitter.com/bronzesongersxd.
I don't think that's true, Bronx.
I think it is true.
Okay. All right. So this has been Honestly TBH with Bronx and our special guest Tank. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. It was really fun.
Wait 1 second.
Okay.
Shout out to Sky and Bray.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to all of Twitch chat. Kappa
Yes.
Pipa PogChamp.
Shoutouts to Kappa. Like, where would we be today without Kappa? Honestly.
Yeah, shout out to Christy K.
Yeah, shout out to Chrissy K diving towers at 3 minutes.
All right, and that's our show. See you guys
Yep.
next week. I think we want to do this every week. We'll probably do it next Monday at 4 p.m. I'll tweet about it and stuff, so go follow us there.
Yeah, honestly, goodbye.
He actually did from TeamSpeak.
He just did.
He just left. All right, honestly, guys, have a good day. That's it.
Have a nice day.
All
Are you
right,
shutting off
should
your
we play
stream?
more Smite? I'm not sure.